No, no, it's not. Okay. Hello. Hello. Oh.
Now
Hello.
working?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Awesome. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the process of singing for the show and singing in general and kind of what we do to prepare and how we do our job. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. Then we've got a little bit of a special interlude, and then after that we'll open it up to questions. And I know a lot of people had questions yesterday that they didn't get answered, so we're happy to answer any question that you have. It doesn't necessarily have to be about singing. Yeah, so my first question for you, Michelle, is what kind of skills do you have? What kind of musical background do you have that allows you to do your job so awesomely well?
Well, no, I've been singing ever since I was very young, and my parents run a music school called Creber Music, and so I was introduced to music at a very young age, even before I was born, basically. So I sat in on hours and hours of music lessons, and it just kind of came very naturally for me. And as soon as I could talk, I started singing along, and it just, it's always been part of my life, and it's just stuck with me forever. Yep.
Meow, meow, meow. See, eventually if you meow enough times, your mic turns on. That's an insider tip. So for me, I took piano lessons. I started when I was 6, and now I'm a piano teacher. And I find that to be a really great skill to have because if you can read music, you can get your music and you're able to look at it and see what all the notes mean. And it's like another language. So if you can read that language and speak that language, it really helps a lot in the studio.
Totally. And I also did a lot of performing too, on stage work, and it just it helps you a lot, because you get used to sort of everyone hearing your voice and also hearing yourself too when you hear recordings back and everything. So that's also a great skill to have if you can get into stage work. It's awesome.
And you play the drums too, right?
Yeah, piano's also a great one to have. Just in general, expanding your knowledge with music and become more comfortable with everything. So I play piano, drums, and guitar, and I find that I'm a lot more comfortable, now with just generally, reading music and everything because I play instruments. So that's another great skill to have.
Definitely. Okay, so let's talk about what happens when we are going to record some of your favorite songs. So how does it start?
Well, for My Little Pony, or for usually just general TV shows, we usually record a demo, and sometimes if we're not in town, another person will sing the demo, and then we'll look at it, and then we'll sing it for real. And Daniel will send us the MP3, and we'll check it out, and we always change some stuff, when we get there, and make sure everything's a great fit. And so we'll practice it a couple of times, depending on how complicated the song is, or if there's any harmonies, we'll break it up, or just run through it if we feel really comfortable with it and short. So it depends, but usually there's sort of a general building block process.
Yeah, what I do is when I get my sheet music, I sit down at the piano and I go through it on piano, and then I listen to the MP3, and I always listen to the MP3 in my car on the way there.
Yeah.
Do you do that too?
My mom always puts it in the, on the little plug-in, and we listen to it and make sure we got it in our car.
Yeah, and then it's fresh in your mind.
Yeah, totally.
And then you can warm up on your way there too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like double time.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite My Little Pony song to work on?
My favorite My Little Pony song, it'd probably be the Cutie Mark Crusaders anthem, because it was hilarious. It was just Maddie and I and Daniel, and Maddie just completely wrecked her voice. That wasn't funny. That was not the funny part. It was the actual song that that came out afterwards, because it's just so silly, all the props, everything flying around. But we had a lot of fun doing that, because every single time Daniel was like, it's so good. It just has to be bad. Just has to be really bad. Anyway, so we finally got, to that horrific level. You know?
That's hard to do. Like, you know what you're doing. It's really hard to not know what you're doing.
That's not in tune. Yes, perfect. Okay.
That's awesome. I think my favorite was Find a Pet.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a lot of fun. Ashley and I did it at the same time. We're in the studio together, and we could play off each other, and that's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, okay. Now it's time for the interlude, and then after that, we're going to have anyone with questions. Again, line up on the left.
Frog.
Yeah, that's not good for singing.
That's what we
I think it's a piece of popcorn. Delicious popcorn that I've been eating.
Okay.
So, we'd like to welcome Crimson Firefall up onto the stage. Come on up. And this is an incredibly generous person with some of the most beautiful hair I've ever seen. And she'd like to donate her hair to Locks of Love. So, Michelle and I are going to chop it off. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh my goodness.
So Locks of Love is an organization that collects donated hair and gives it to sick children that have lost their hair for whatever reason. So some lucky kid is going to have a beautiful, beautiful hair. Okay, here we go.
Oh. Okay. I've done many things before, but this is not one of them. Wait, 12? Oh, 12 that way, my goodness. Oh. Wait, China! Okay, let's do this. Okay. All right. 7.
Beauty Park Center hairstylist, go!
There's so many. Okay. Okay. 11. Okay.
A little to the left.
No, really.
Should have used sharper scissors.
Okay. I got this.
I really feel sorry for her at this point.
Okay. Right. Okay. So much pressure.
Give me those.
Okay. Off. So thick. Ridiculous. Okay, we're almost done. Oh my goodness. Okay, to the final. To the final one.
Hey, this could be the plot for a new episode.
Snip it. It's up. It's up. It's up. That's yours.
Thanks, Natalie. Okay, we're ready for your questions. So,
All right.
is it going to be